the effects. It's crazy. Crazy stuff.
So, you know what amazes me? What amazes me is it might sound someone will hear this and make it sound like I don't know how to put it, but the truth most of the time is in very plain sight, is in places where I would say quotes uh, believers or Christians won't even look. And the supposed truth we call truth, it's not, you know. I remember I saw him during this movie came out. He was watching it. That was years back, and I saw it as, hey, they're watching this movie, witchcraft stuff. That's what I said to him. He was like, Mom, it's blah 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 blah, and only to see that scene.
He was more enlightened than you.
That's the truth, and they put these things truth in plain sight, and unfortunately we walk by it. And I always come back again that the saying goes, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. It's not the teacher that is not available, it's the student who isn't tuned in, ready to receive the teachings that is all over, all around us. Until we are ready, you won't see the truth.
And saying that I've asked this question here, and I'll ask it again, not really expecting an answer, but for us to think about it. When the scripture says, and you shall know the truth, and the truth will make you free, the question is, what is the truth? Yeah. Lamely, I've said is about the truth about who you are. But what is the truth? Keep asking yourself that question and see what unfolds. What is the truth that makes you free? For the purpose of the truth, it's hidden in it. It's freedom. It's no bondage. Purpose of the truth is to liberate you. What is the truth? What is the truth? What is the truth? The ancient one said something in a movie. I wrote it down. He says, it is not about you. You remember the first principle that we dealt with? The principle of pain. All of life is about pain, but pain is not about you. And whilst I was musing on that last night, I added my own to it. That for me has become the most significant lesson of life for me. All of life is about pain, but the pain is not about me. However, arrogance and fear will keep you from this truth. Arrogance sometimes manifests as the addiction to our beliefs. You can be arrogant without even knowing. When you blatantly reject alternative views because you are conditioned to think that what you know is what it is. That is arrogance. See? Every wave of the ocean cannot at any one point know the entirety of the ocean, but it can allow itself to feel the entirety of the existence of that ocean. Still answering the question of what we are. Because once we understand what we are, it aligns us to purpose. Or, not that it aligns us to purpose, it opens us up to be aligned to purpose. The ancient one said again, You cannot beat a river into submission. You have to surrender to its currents and use its power as your own. Powerful. You cannot beat a river into submission. That is what we are doing. Most of us are trying to beat life into submission, trying to make life be how we want it to be. The guy's limbs were gone, but he was so fixated on his ability to use his hand the way that he's always known it, not realizing that there's power within which he can summon for his advantage, to his advantage. Think about it, the experiment that we did last week. The fact that you can close your eyes and still see, you can block your ears and still hear. The you is only using these facilities, but it's coded with everything that gives it self-sufficiency and self-existence without the need for these. But we grow with the conditioning of overly relying on this, thinking that without it, we ain't. Without your eyes, you are. Without your nose, you are. Without even your heart, you are. We've shared this a few times. That we don't die, we are not alive because of blood per se. Because if you are alive because of blood, every drop of blood will have to exit you for you to die. No. Here we feel the aliveness of this body because spirit quickens it. You with me? And mind makes this real. So we can't get away from it. This year we would focus a lot on mind science because it highlights the power of perception and belief in shaping or forming reality. You will be transformed by the renewal of mind. And the arrogance of most of us is in thinking that we can control something as vast as time. Time is an illusion. Come to the point, yes, we have created it, we have segmented it to allow us to manage living, but time and eternity, to be fair, are merged. Time is a subset of eternity. And once you transcend the conditioning of the set times, you enter timelessness. That is where spirit truly dwells. I think it was either Wong or the ancient one said that too. I think I put that down. He says, we never lose our demons. We only learn to live above them. You never lose your anger. You never lose your aggression. You never lose your excitement. Any of those demons. You never lose any of them. You rise and you learn to live above them. That's what silencing the ego is. And then your power, your real power, rises. What about you? Open your eyes. Open your eyes. So that you can shape your destiny. If I can put it, through the choices that we are making on a daily basis, thinking about purposeful living. It was transforming for me. Absolutely life transforming for me. And there's a part that I'll deal with because we can't talk about purposeful living without talking about death. And my hope and my aspiration is that those of us here in this house, of this family, who have been beneficiary of these teachings, we are at that point that if we haven't broken our fear of death, we should be on our way there. I embrace death. I was on that path, and I was holding off, and then I missed death or her transition and put it all together for me. And all of a sudden I realized this life has got nothing to offer me. Death is the portal that opens me to the true experience of who I am. Till a grain of corn falls to the ground and dies, it abides alone. Said another friend, which I've taken as now it's my caveat for my stubbornness. He says that sometimes we must break the rules to serve a greater good. I've been thinking about ethics a lot over the past 1 month because of data. And I think that what that drove I was sat there quietly last night, trust me. What that opened me up to was the fact that even in our ethics and even in our supposed moral uprightness, we need to embrace ethical flexibility for the sake, if it serves the good of higher principle. If it serves the good of higher principles, we need to embrace ethical flexibility. Death is what gives meaning to life. I pray that this year, our focus, as we still making shift happen, pray that you come to the place when you begin to forget everything you think you know. And understand that there is no such thing as an ordinary moment. Every moment is special and extraordinary. And the potential within every instant in life, to borrow Brother Ishmael's words, is sacred. Every moment is sacred. We are here to expand and be more. We're here to give ourselves the occasion for life to find its best and greatest expression through us. We need to be learned to be available to life, to celebrate what we are. I gave us some questions last week. When I did say that you are the answer to life's prayer. And therefore position yourself to be willing to express the treasures that you are. You are a treasure, a capsule of treasure, a capsule of potential. When you look at life, what do you see? As life moves in the direction of love, abundance, and joy, so is each and every one of us. What are you in this vast experience we all call life? Each and every day, decide to give yourself the occasion or the space to stimulate the answers to this question. That's why I said that I'll ask it every Sunday. And as we look to wrap up this week, I charge you to consistently ask yourself that question on every day. Yes, I said that when I ask myself that question, the only thing that comes to mind is spirit, and it's exactly it. When you know yourself as the being or the spirit being that you are, life will unfold its own purpose. And all that we are here to do, to promote life through our own expansion and invite many others to participate in it. Conscious living. What are you on about? We're here to achieve the impossible, the improvable. All with the intent and the desire to expand us. Each day, I wake up, close my eyes, I enter into a dialogue with the day for it to reveal its purpose. I've talked about to-do list, and I've talked about to-be list, and I've talked about to feel list. What manner of person do I bring to this day? What emotions do I feel through this day? Every moment of our lives is an array of possibility. Therefore, ask, what magic is this day seeking to be through me? What am I to be for the benefit of this day? See, the purpose of a day is already set. The purpose of you is already set, and you are not determined. That's why I am not of that persuasion of you determining or you choosing. You don't choose or you don't determine your purpose or anything like that. It's already set as part or as fitting the grand cosmic agenda. Yours is to find or to open your fact to it for it to find expression through you. Purposeful living, let's say. Places us in oneness with the divine soul, God, with life, with infinite love, intelligence, the goodness that is ever flowing and ever giving of itself, that which sustains and maintains all of this beauty in a balanced order. So in that sense, we can say that purpose cannot be any other thing but life itself. It's what life already is. See? And we live in this beautiful coexistence where we support each other. The plant life is living us. They produce what we call oxygen. We give them what they call carbon dioxide, what they refer to as carbon dioxide. Symbiotic environment. Okay. That's why I say that you can't go through life being a consumer. That is wasteful. Who is benefiting from the product of your own brain? Who is benefiting from the product of your body? What benefit? How beneficial presence are you being to this cosmic beauty? See, traditionally we have taught Every product by manufacturer has got a manual. God has given us his manual. His manual is the Bible. If God's manual is the Bible, why do you go and learn geography? Why do you go and learn computer science? Why do you go and learn mathematics? Why do you go and learn commerce? If the Bible is the manual for life, why do you go learn all those things? Why are you training to be a doctor? Why don't you just study the Bible and go start performing Q surgeries? Come on, wake up. You ask from the creator, obviously. The manufacturer knows what the product is for. But the truth of the matter is that the relationship between us and God, permit me to use that because these words, I can't put it any other way. The relationship between you and God is more than that of a manufacturer and a manufactured product. It's more than that. You are an extension. You are not a creation. You are an extension of the same divine being. Come out of him. He hasn't created you. You are an extension of him. So every morning I close my eyes, I touch my heart, I feel my breath, and I ask, give me the specifications of yourself as me. I said last week that even your purpose must determine the person you marry. I said it. Doesn't mean if you have married someone now, you go and say, Pastor says that your purpose must determine the person you marry. I find that my purpose are different, so I can no longer be married to thief. After you have abused their bodies and you now go telling them nonsense.
Oh, okay, I was going to use that because my purpose is beginning to change. I'll get another second one. Yeah.
So if you are in a place and you hearing me now and you are now desiring to step into the space of that relationship, marriage, whatever you want to call it, identify purpose first, and then the person whose purpose naturally supports yours and aligns with yours will find you. Simple as that. And this is not something we can know through the logical mind or logical thinking, because the logical mind will only calculate things from its history. Nothing in our history can tell what our purpose should be. Purpose is established in spirit, your spirit. Open yourself to the voice of your own spirit and you will find it. And once you find it, you realize that the universe has already made itself available to support you to accomplish it. Life is going ahead of you, providing for you what you already need. You do that practice later on, finish off before we do our healing service or our healing session. We'll do that in a bit. See? Talked about this a few times. You are the light of the world. We've talked about it a few times. And when you are the light of the world, what problem can you have with darkness? You're light. It's nothing can obscure you. Nothing can be in your way. Nothing can be an obstacle. Everything is an opportunity. Everything. Right now we're here, okay? In case I don't know why I'm chipping in this, in case anyone is having any doubt about you being spirit. You're here. Do you see me? It's a genuine answer. It's a genuine question, sorry.
I can't physically see you. I can only see you through this medium that we're using. Yeah.
Well, Amma, do you see me?
Yeah, your camera is showing
You know? So often, because of this conditioning, you see someone physically, yeah? You see someone's body, and you conclude that is them. You see? When someone dies, and you go to see the body instead, are you seeing them?
You're seeing them because the body is there.
So they are there, yeah?
They are there.
Yeah, they are there, but they are not.
But they are not there.
They are not alive.
They are there, but they are not there.
Okay, you can see them, but they cannot physically see you.
No, they can't see you. Are you sure? It's the other way
I
around.
mean physically.
Okay. Right. So they can't see you through the eyes. So that's what you say. So the truth is, you don't see me. I don't see you. You don't see me. But you're only claiming to know me or see me through the expressions of me you are seeing. So right now I'm smiling. You go, Yahweh's happy because you see a smile on my face. It could even be fake, but you see the expression on my face, and you go, Yahweh's happy. If you see me moody and with a morose face, oh, he's not feeling happy, he's sad, he's upset. Because of an expression you see on my face. In like fashion, we observe the infinite through nature to understand the intention of the divine so that we can participate in it for the fulfillment of the grand cosmic purpose. Jesus says, and you look at the clouds and you tell that it's going to be summer, it's going to be winter. But you can't see and perceive the signs of the coming times. So, all of the universe is evolving eternal peace and harmony. And so, it's you and I. I'm sure his brother Ishmael gave this analogy that I loved in one of the sessions on planetary peace. And he says that even when nations are at war, the prayer of both parties is for the war to end. They can be victorious so they can go and enjoy their lives in peace, isn't it? The purpose of war is, even the purpose of war is peace. See? And the universe, as it grows and expands to become more of itself as you and I, that gives us, but that is enough evidence for us to understand that we are also here to grow our souls for evolutionary impact. Put a seed, we put a seed in the ground, grows to become a tree, birds nest on it, people sit under it for shade. The fruits of it drop to the ground, they die, they become manure, go back in the soil, nourishes other trees for them to also grow. Birds eat of it. They carry some of the seed in them. They drop their feeds elsewhere. The seeds get back into the ground, it germinates, duplicating itself over and over and over and over and over and over again. That should give you an indication of when we say that you are here to be more, what exactly that means. What are you here for? You are here to be more. You're here as consciousness, you're here as spirit to be more. To make beneficial impact for the evolutionary good of all humanity. See, I talked about death earlier on. And you've said this over and again in this place that no, nature has got no waste. The things we believe we don't like things we tag negative, hatred, disease, all of these have got their purpose. It's part of this beauty that we see. So without, for instance, diseases and the body decaying, we're not going to die, are we? So it's good. It's a vehicle for our transitioning. It's a vehicle that allows us to get to the other side. So we embrace all of that. You won't find a cure for every disease till eternity. Because without that, we will be losing vehicles to transport us to the other side. Everything in life is the purpose and agenda of living, including your diseases. Life can sabotage itself, irrespective of how we choose not to understand and appreciate it. It gives of itself with reckless generosity. And every effort we make to compartmentalize it into good, bad, goes back to the Genesis narrative. It makes us dead to the glorious realities of life. The day you eat of the fruit and know the difference, or begin to make difference between good, bad, life, death, you shall die. Every frequency of life, every wavelength is a blessing to be used. Don't limit yourself. But when I wake up in the morning and align myself to the sun, I center myself to the earth. I assume my feet beneath hell and my head above the heavens. Stay centered and positioned for good. Are there any questions? Are there any questions? In the absence of any questions, I want us to do our practice for this prayer.